physically, but you hurt them, you damage them, cause them to be buried in life. How many here? You know, gossip kills people. Lies kill people. Cain. Come on. The curse is waiting at the door. It's right there. Lurking. Filled with desire. Watch Cain in the curse work. Genesis 4:8, Cain talked with Abel, his brother. The NIV translation says, Cain, I want to talk to you. Let's go out in my field. Come on, Cain. I just need a few minutes with you in my field. When the demonic is going to hurt you, harm you, damage you, he always wants to get you on his turf. He wants to lure you onto his field where he has an advantage. This could be mentally. He'll seduce you. That's what he did with Eve. He'll mentally lure you into an arena where he has the advantage, where he is strong and you are weak. It could be geographic. You've heard me say, I got saved, and you've heard it so many times, it almost embarrassed me. But when I sold my motorcycle, and it wasn't just transportation, it was, to me, it was like an image, it was like a God. But it wasn't just that. I was saying, devil, you're not going to get me on your turf. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. It was the grace of God. Just been saved a few months. Geographic. It can be mentally. It can be emotionally. Where he lures you to a place where you have no advantage. You're weak. You're defenseless. He's not going to kill him in God's presence. He didn't walk up when Abel is giving an offering and pull the blade or whatever. He didn't kill him in his father's presence, Adam's presence. And that's true of you and I. And here we need to understand how Satan and the demonic works. He'll lure you into an arena of people, a culture, an atmosphere where God's presence is limited and you are weak and your flesh will betray you. Peter, when he cursed and denied the Lord, the Bible said he was following afar off. And he's standing by the fire with those that are instrumental in killing, crucifying Christ. It was in the upper room that he got it all back. It was in God's house. This is why I can't tell you over the years how many people come to me, and a lot of them come, Pastor, I wish we could just, my wife and I could live in church. Wish we could just live in church. And what they're saying, when I'm in church, I feel strong, I feel good, I feel free. Well, that's because God's here. And hell is limited when God is present. Demonic strategies of hell will not work. He will always, somewhere he lured Eve by the tree that God said, don't partake. Why, of all of this beautiful garden, all of the fruit, why was she there? She got lured there. Part of Satan's plan was to get her in that arena where she could be, she visually is looking at Well, God said, I don't want you to partake of it. Adam's there with her. Eve fell in the wrong place, hanging around the forbidden. How many of you, hell will try to lure you back to the streets? Social media. People have backslidden, went back to the curse because on social media, they're always down there. Listen, you want to be here tonight and hear the message tonight. It's revelation. It's powerful. It's Pastor Martinez preaching tonight. Listen, every young person, if you got teenage kids, especially young people, you need to have them in here tonight. Lord, back to the old life. When they were in the field, Genesis 4:8. Now I've got you where I want you. The Bible said Cain rose up against his brother and killed him. Killed him. I want to close. Then comes the questions. Listen, God doesn't ask you questions because He doesn't know the answer. How many of you figure that out? God's not needing your intellect. When God asks you a question, it's because He wants you to face something in you normally. When God asks you a question, He wants you to face what you did. What you said, how you acted or behaved. Remember, Adam, where art thou? Where are you, Adam? Well, it's not like God didn't know where Adam was. Well, He was saying, Adam, why are you hiding from me? You think I can't see? Adam, come on out. Come on, it's foolish. You're hiding behind all them palm branches or whatever it was. Come on out. With Eve, He asked Eve, what have you done? God knew exactly what Eve had done. Eve, I want you to figure it out how this happened. Eve, I want you to stop and listen. When God asks you a question, He wants you to say, how did this happen, Eve? I want you to realize something. And that's when she said, the serpent beguiled me. Oh, he got in my head. He moved around your word and your truth and deceived me. How do you respond when God asks you questions? Many times it's called conviction. Watch how Cain answers the question. The Lord said, Cain, where is Abel, your brother? Verse 9, Genesis 4. Watch how He answers the question. It's amazing how we can lie to God. It's amazing how we can lie and deceive ourselves. The Bible says the heart is deceitful above all things, desperately wicked. Who can know? Sometimes the greatest enemy you have is your heart. It has this incredible ability to make you think you are right when you are wrong. Desperately wicked. Who can know it? Watch Cain. The curse lives in the lie. God is truth. Jesus was full of grace and truth. God reigns in truth. I am the way, the truth, and the life. The curse, if you're cursed, or you're a candidate for curse, it's because somewhere you have believed and propagated a lie. You've bought in hook, line, and sinker. And here, I paraphrase. Why are you asking me? I mean, he's your golden boy. He's the one you said, hey, man, I respect you, Abel, and your offering. Am I my brother's keeper? Not my responsibility. Why are you asking me? He's your favorite. I could care less. he's lying through his teeth. The second question God asked, what have you done? The NIV again says this word, listen. Listen, Cain. Listen. Stop talking, Cain. Listen. Can you hear what I hear? You just said you don't know where he's at. You just said you do. Listen. I hear your brother's blood crying out to me from the ground. Oh, you thought you buried it. You thought you got away clean. God says, listen. Listen. I can hear your injustice. Why did you kill him? Listen, our God is a God of justice. Young ladies here, maybe somewhere in life, your supervisor got you in the back room, put his hand on you inappropriately. You're terrified to lose your job. Listen, God saw it.
Come on.
God's a God of justice. Happens all the time in life. Wealthy people many times, all these charges go to court because they have money and stuff. They do a deal in the back room. And I'm not saying every judge or courtroom. And they walk away free. You're just a kid with a few joints of marijuana and do a year. And I'm not excusing sin. But many times life seems so unjust. You're here and your husband left you with those kids with nothing. You're trying to get some kind of support and he keeps running all across America. And you're trying to feed. I have people come to me and say, Pastor, can you help me? And we do. We help a lot of people. Pastor, do you help me? And I know there's circumstances. But listen to me. God says, oh, you may thought you got away with it clean. But I'm a God of justice. And you'll not escape the curse, Cain. Your injustice cries to me from the ground. That's why it's better to say, I'm sorry. That's why it's better to say, forgive me. It's better to say, look, I messed over you. Sorry. Forgive me. Let me make it right. Better that than God curse you. Listen, Cain. Listen to the blood cry up out of the streets. Can you hear? Church, can you hear the blood crying out? The broken, the lonely, the abandoned, the rejected. Cain, can you hear it? Cain. Listening is about frequency. We were in my office the other day. I've got an old clock I picked up in Holland many, many years ago. And I'm trying to get it started. It's not running on what happened